Full egg with the white and the yolk.
Sometimes full egg with 5, 6, but generally I'll have 1 or 2 yolk.
Yeah.
And 3 egg whites.
Assalamu alaikum and welcome to another episode of Fit Fusion. Hope you guys are well and fit and healthy at home. And if you're not, then you'll be getting some information on this program, how to be. As always, I have a brilliant individual with me. He is a fitness coach, specializing in strength conditioning and also body transformation. Now, this program or this episode is called 50 going on to 30, and you'll understand why as we go along. Thank you for coming to the program, Taj Uddin.
You're welcome. Thank you for having me.
Yes, sorry, I just jumped from there to you. Sorry for the complication, but yes, welcome to the program, and it's always nice to see you, and you're looking great, by the way.
Thank you very much, and so are you.
Thank you very much. Okay, right now, so 50 going on to 30, right? Explain to me the name of the title. Obviously, we came out with it. Why are we calling it 50 going on to 30? And what can 50-year-olds do to look like 30-year-olds?
Wow. Yes, it's an amazing title. I'll start by saying I am personally 51 years old. Or 51.
Look it. I mean,
51 years young.
Exactly. Just say that. Yeah, 51 years young.
51 years young.
Yeah.
And I'm often told, you look way younger than your age. What is it that you do? So it's a question that I come across very, very often. Simply put it, lifestyle. Sleep, recovery, nutrition, exercise.
Brilliant. Yeah, definitely. I mean, all these things that you mentioned, they're very important. But unfortunately, a lot of us, we can't maintain all that, right? And obviously, maybe lack of advice or knowledge, and of also the availability or the access to everything, which is good. As you know, in this country and in many Western countries, it's very easy to get a good cheap meal, quickly, a chicken and chips or whatever. But making your own protein, making your own sort of complex carbs and stuff like that, first of all, you need the knowledge. And secondly, you need the access. And thirdly, you need the time. All right. So how do we incorporate all that into what I've just mentioned? You can go by one.
No problem. A number of things you've mentioned. I can start in reverse order. So
no problem.
I'll start in reverse order. First of all, food. As easy as it is to access fast food, is that easy to access good quality food? Go into any supermarket, go into the fridge section, you'll have high protein Greek yogurt. Very easy, very quick, very convenient.
I love that Greek yogurt. Yeah,
high protein, scare ala. I'm not going to name anymore. No. But there's loads people can choose from. Yeah. There are sections where it's halal, where you can find ready cooked, pre-cooked, marinated chicken.
Okay.
Barbecue, tandoori, whatever, done by various Asian companies. So these things are readily available. You've got fresh fruits.
Yeah.
But to mention a few.
Yeah. No, I mean, before the program started, we saw a clip of, something that you made, and with regards to what God made and what we consume. Exactly. And this is really, really important, because a lot of the stuff out there is processed, ultra processed, and these are very bad for us, right? If you obviously, you just mentioned going to supermarket, you can get your, chicken and all that. Obviously, the people have to have the knowledge and how much protein they can consume at one point and stuff like that. What would you say to any young or, maybe middle age or whatever, a male, or you can mention the female afterwards? I know I'm throwing a lot of questions to you, but this is how it comes, unfortunately. Let's start with a male, 20, 30-year-old, somebody who trains and they want to get the right kind of protein. I know people that sometimes consume, 50, 60 grams of protein, believing that, I'm taking a lot of protein at one go and that will make me bigger. Is that true?
Okay, there's been a lot of information in the past. Science used to say we could only absorb 30 to 35 grams of protein per meal. Recent studies have shown we can consume up to 100 grams.
Right.
The protein synthesis process actually lasts a lot longer. Someone consuming 100 grams of protein in one sitting in comparison to somebody taking only 25 or 30 grams of protein. So there isn't a cut-off limit on how much protein the body can absorb.
Does it depend on the individual?
It does depend on the individual. In terms of the average amount of protein that would be advisable for somebody young, somebody old, is to try and take at least 1.5 to 2 times their body weight in terms of grams per day.
Okay.
So if roughly say you're 80 kilos in weight, try and take at least 160 grams of protein. And that will be sufficient to regenerate all the cells within your body, your hair, your nails, your skin, everything. And if you are exercising or trying to maintain muscle mass, protein is the building block.
Yes, absolutely. Yes.
Is the building block.
By the way, you're on the point with regards to my weight. I'm 83 kilos, so it's 80.
I was just...
You've got a good eye. Now, a lot of people believe sort of turning 50 means slowing down. Is that true?
No, 50 can be the best decade of your life.
It could be your peak?
It could be your peak. And it has been my peak in terms of my physique.
Yeah.
The body I wanted, I mentioned this last time I was here in LB 24. We talked about sports science and nutrition and exercise back then as well. The body that I wanted at 20, I only achieved at 40. And I was 51 a week and a half ago. I was at another bodybuilding show.
Okay.
And I managed to achieve my best physique at 51.
Wow. What would you contribute that to?
First and foremost, I would say it's been consistency. Consistency is the biggest thing. So consistency with your lifestyle, your sleep, your nutrition and exercise.
Thank you, because I agree with you 100%, and obviously I have to agree with you because you are the expert. But with regards to consistency, this is a big no-no for a lot of people because they go on a diet plan, 2 weeks, 3 weeks, maybe a month down the line, and it just doesn't go forward. What is the reason for that? Better question is, how do people stay consistent?
There's a number of things that come into play. One thing you mentioned in your first question is people are busy, people are working. How do they make time? The time factor. The second thing, people go in beginning of the year in January, they put on a bunch of weight, make New Year's resolutions. They start the gym, take a membership out. They'll go in the first week, second week, third week, and then by the end of the last week, they're gone. 6 months goes. They've been paying a membership to a gym and they haven't gone. So that's motivation, and motivation wanes. That's where discipline kicks in.
Right.
And you need discipline to see you through good days and bad days. If you feel like going to the gym or not feel like going to the gym, you still go. And that's how you
push yourself, don't you?
That's how you become consistent.
You kick yourself in the backside and you get yourself out there. I think that's...
Sorry to say, yes.
That's what I do some of the times. With work and a lot of people are in this typical situation we just mentioned. A lot of the people are in that situation. And by the time they want to go to the gym, they become very lazy. And the same happens with me. Even though I want to go in the mornings, I want to go after I wake up because I feel that energy. I feel that maybe the hormones are starting, or the body muscles and all that, everything's woken up. But we just can't make it because of time. And then I personally find it, and I'll tell you, from personal experience, that when it's after lunch or after dinner, I do push myself to go. but I feel a little bit lazy, a little bit down kind of thing. Maybe I would have been able to do a few more reps if it was in the morning. But maybe that's with regards to individual preferences. But anyway, thank you for mentioning that. But what are the biggest mistakes people in our age, 50-year-old and plus, what are the biggest mistake even after 40? What do they do with regards to keeping themselves strong or healthy?
A few of the biggest mistakes, I would say, is first and foremost the mindset, especially from the South Asian community.
Yeah.
They hit 40, they hit 50. Oh,
That's it.
we've become old now.
Yeah.
They stop training. They stop doing weight training.
Yeah.
Big mistake.
Yeah.
Secondly, not consuming enough protein. So protein to recover, protein to maintain muscle mass.
Another mistake.
So as soon as we hit 30, 40, our bodies, or we start losing muscle mass 1 to 3%. So it's very, very important to keep that protein intake high.
So do you take more than what you used to take before?
It's advisable as you go older to try and take a little bit more protein.
Okay.
To stop the muscle wastage.
Okay. What about metabolism itself? Because there is a certain age before 30 or something that your metabolism is probably higher, you'll burn more food and, so forth. Is that true? After a certain age, your metabolism?
Yeah, 100%. I mean, you've probably experienced it yourself. When I was a teenager, I know I could eat anything and everything and get away with it. As soon as you hit your 20s, it starts to slow down. To keep your metabolism going, exercise is key, fundamental, movement. So that's the other mistake that 40 and 50-year-olds make. They stop moving, don't move enough. So metabolism generally slows down by eating more protein because it has a thermogenic effect. Your metabolism is boosted. Through exercise, you can keep your metabolism at a higher level than otherwise.
Okay. And also the male hormone testosterone as well. How do we keep that alive?
So
after 40.
Eating good fats.
Yeah.
So good fats, good cholesterol.
Name me a few good fats.
Eggs, red meat, olive oil. You can get good fats from nuts as well. Again, not over consuming good fats, but having sufficient.
So there's a stereotype against what you just said, red meat, right? There's a, high cholesterol and whatever it relates to. And wherever I go, just stop eating red meat. A lot of people say that. What would you say?
So we can go down this rabbit hole of kind of controversial points of views and mainstream. So people can do a lot of studies. So
we can do another program about all the specifics, actually, because since we started off an episode, we can talk about it and people would like to know. But so you would say it's not exactly correct with regards to red meat.
With regards to red meat, well, what they used to say back in the day, eggs.
Yeah,
eggs were bad for you. You should have more than one egg. Blah 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 blah.
And they used to say the egg yolk used to be bad for you.
Egg yolk, but egg yolk contains good cholesterol. Egg yolk contains all the nutrients. Yeah. So I've been having at least 5-6 eggs or more every single day for the past.
At one time in a go, or
I'll have 5-6 at one time every day.
Okay. Full breakfast, full egg with the white and the yolk.
Sometimes full egg with 5-6, but generally I'll have 1 or 2 yolk.
Yeah.
And 3 egg whites.
I mean, I'm asking because I want to do the same thing. You see, that's why I'm asking you. The expert, aren't you? So,
no,
free advice.
Minimum. Yeah. Okay. So, eggs are very nutritious, very balanced, and it's a superfood.
It is.
Yeah. It is a superfood. Yeah. Eggs. Yeah. Very high in protein and full of good fats.
Okay. All right. Like I said, we'll do another program and we'll speak about the actual diet itself. Now, what role does nutrition play compared to sort of, fitness and exercise and activity, keeping you active?
I mean, they're like 2 wings of the same bird. For you to go somewhere, you need both. Very important. Yeah. Okay. I'd say nutrition probably plays 70% when in comparison to exercise.
Okay.
So when somebody exercises, so somebody goes to the gym 3 times a week, typically they'd only go in for an hour, but there's 23 other hours in the day.
Yeah.
So what you do on the 23 other hours, in comparison, it's a lot more than that 1 hour. relatively speaking.
Yes.
So you're sleeping, you're resting, other activities that you do, and the food that you consume.
Yeah.
Nutrition plays a huge role. We eat minimum 3 meals a day, breakfast, lunch, and dinner. And some people will have some more snacks in between. So we eat quite a lot compared to how much we exercise.
Yeah. Okay, so what I meant was maybe that, yes, you were exercising for an hour and a half, maybe max. But your nutrition is not correct. So the protein intake is not correct. The vitamins and the minerals and the complex carbs, and do you understand what I'm saying? If you were to, and then people complain about, oh, why can't I get a six pack? Why don't I get my veins coming out and define, the definitions? It is to do with nutrition, right?
Yeah, nutrition is key. So that's why I said 70%, I'd say, I'd label or attribute towards nutrition, and then 30% to exercise.
Okay.
So you have to eat according to your goals, and you have to eat the correct foods. There are foods that you can eat that will age you, processed foods, etc., high seed oils, etc., or too much sugars. And there's foods like stuff we've mentioned already, some red meat, good vegetables, berries are very great, anti-inflammatory, great for the skin, makes you look younger.
Yeah. I love blueberries.
Blueberries, raspberries, low glycemic index, so it doesn't spike your insulin. So
it's the knowledge as well, right? People have, because it is a whole science.
It is a whole science,
isn't it?
Behind it. Yeah. And one thing that I wanted to mention earlier when you asked regarding knowledge, in this day and age, with internet,
it's out there.
The knowledge is at our fingertips, in our pockets.
Yeah.
So when you and I were growing up, say back in the 80s,
was in the library. Yeah.
We had to go to the library. In terms of fitness, there's hardly any information out there.
Right.
Not accessible. Okay. I grew up having to look at old bodybuilding magazines.
Yes. We used to just Arnold Schwarzenegger,
Sylvester Stallone, Bruce Willis, Dolph Lundgren, Bruce Lee.
That's right. Yeah.
So those are the people that inspired me. Don't know about you,
but their pictures didn't tell us what to do, did they?
They didn't tell us what to do.
You could just see the magazines.
Same thing regarding nutrition, and same thing regarding exercise.
Yeah, so knowledge is a big part, and
knowledge is a huge part. Yes,
you just have to go. And so, would you say, I know that there's 3 or 4 types of body types, maybe metamorph, it's not coming to
ectomorph, mesomorph, endomorph.
That's right. Yeah, and so naturally, genetically, somebody their shape or form would be in a certain way, right? Would that matter to the way they exercise and what they eat, or would it be a general thing?
Exercise, again, general exercise everyone can do, but specific exercises, everybody would respond differently to particular types of food, particular types of carbohydrates as well.
Yeah.
Some people will...
And then the body is what I'm talking about.
Body type and metabolism as well. Some people, same age, you'll find you've probably got a friend or a relative. They can eat and eat and eat, regardless of how much they've eaten.
They don't get big.
They stick thin. Their metabolism is very, very high. And other people, they just look at something and they say, look, I'm putting the weight on. So you have to cater to that as well. Individually, you have to tailor exercise, tailor nutrition as well.
Yeah. Well, just speaking to you, I've got maybe 2 other programs that we can actually cover with regards to what we just mentioned now, metabolism and different types of body. And people do want to know, because a lot of people, they say, I've been doing this for years and years, it just doesn't happen. So they must be doing something wrong along the way. And again, going back to knowledge, they don't have the knowledge of how to fit the diet and the exercise to their specific body type.
Body type, their lifestyle, their need. A lot of people, it's a good idea to get your bloods tested to see where your hormones are. Well, you talked about testosterone earlier. Some younger people have very low testosterone these days as well. Attributed to sedentary lifestyle, lack of exercise, poor nutrition, having technology, mobile phones, radiation, lots of various different reasons why people have different types of metabolism or different levels of hormones or different requirements in terms of exercise and nutrition.
Yeah. I mean, I've been reading this book about hunter-gatherers and how they used to be, and how much they used to eat. Maybe this is just a little bit off the topic, but it's something interesting. And how we are right now, the accessibility of everything next to your. I mean, look, there was a time that you had to sort of get up and go to the TV and change the TV channel, right? In our days, black and white TV, 1980s or 90s, but now you got the remote. So that's stopping you from walking, right?
Yeah.
It's just a small example.
Fantastic example.
The way things are now, it's just, yes, they've made it easy for you, like programs at your fingertips, information at your fingertips, but it's not really good for us, is it, really?
Sadly, no. Remote, hey Siri, change the channel for me.
Yes, exactly. That's what I'm talking about.
Order the takeaway for me. Exactly.
Yeah.
The more lives become easier, health-wise, it becomes much worse for us.
I think in a whole, whether it's family, whether it's friends, whether it's everything else, this easy lifestyle is not good for us. But anyway, like I said, it's probably off the topic.
100%.
We could talk about that another time. You mentioned about why protein is important at this sort of age, and whilst you're getting older. What are the sort of the carbs intakes and the fats? Should people cut carbs and fats to lose weight at sort of the older they get? Is that a good question?
It's a very good question. I don't believe in extremes. Carbohydrates are good, especially before your workout and after your workout. Again, it's the amount of carbohydrate and the choice of carbohydrate. So your food needs to be balanced and nutritious. So you need a good amount of protein, good amount of carb. So amount of carb for somebody 6 foot tall, somebody who trains 5 days a week is going to be very different to somebody who is 5 foot nothing and leads a sedentary life.
Yeah.
So in terms of proportion, it would depend on the individual, their level of activity, their age. Cutting down carbs is a good idea. Generally, that's what everybody says, right? Generally speaking, because we tend to overconsume, especially in the South Asian community, Bangladeshi community.
Yeah. Right.
Types of food that we eat, the amount of rice that we eat, the amount of bread that we eat, roti, parota, samosas, pakoras, the list just goes on.
Yeah.
Not to mention the desserts and the mithai. So carbohydrate is basically sugar.
Yeah.
As soon as it enters our body, it turns into sugar. And it's a form of energy. It's great to fuel our workouts.
Yeah.
It's great to replenish our glycogen, but we don't need the amount most people are taking.
Fantastic. Thank you. Thank you for...
And fats, the fats, great for our testosterone. So we need good fats. Not completely cut it out.
Brilliant. Thank you. Again, we need to know where we get our fats from and the good carbs from and the good,
100%.
good proteins. Taz, I mean, we've covered quite a lot today. Starting off with this program, the 50 going into 30, I'd just like to say thank you for coming and explaining a lot of the things that I didn't know myself, and I'm sure our viewers didn't know. And I'm sure they will benefit from it.
So
for the viewers, thank you for watching the program. I hope you've learned a lot. And this program will be going on. We'll be having up other episodes on Fit Fusion. And those of you who are sort of 50 and over, I think it's going to be a good program for you guys. So once again, thank you very much for watching. And until next time, Assalamu alaikum.
টাওয়ার হ্যামলেটসের প্যারেন্টসদের দৃষ্টি আকর্ষণ। ভাষা শিক্ষার মাধ্যমে সন্তানের একাডেমিক ও চাকরির সম্ভাবনা উজ্জ্বল করুন। ক্লাস শুরু সেপ্টেম্বর-অক্টোবরে। বাংলা, আরবি, ম্যান্ডারিন, ক্যান্টোনিজ, সোমালি এবং আরও অনেক কমিউনিটি ল্যাঙ্গুয়েজ থাকছে আফটার স্কুল ও স্যাটারডে ক্লাস। মনে রাখবেন, একাধিক ল্যাঙ্গুয়েজ উচ্চতর শিক্ষায় উন্নতির সম্ভাবনা বাড়ায় এবং নিজস্ব ভাষা, ঐতিহ্য ও সংস্কৃতির সাথে আরও গভীর সংযোগ ঘটায়। ন্যাশনাল কারিকুলামে সর্বোচ্চ 15 জনের ক্লাস। আজই রেজিস্ট্রেশন করুন।